Hi everyone, I'm Dottie Stitching Scotty. Welcome to my Flosstube number 107. Today's December the 3rd, 2022, and I would like to welcome all of those of you that are just stopping by. I hope you see something you like and you will be sure and watch and subscribe and like the videos and keep coming back for more. And for those of you that have been with me through the long videos, well, they're not long, but you know what I mean, all this time since I've done the videos, I really appreciate you stopping by and your comments. Everything's so sweet. I mean, I just can't get over how nice everybody is. Thank you so much, and I hope you'll make sure, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because we're kind of stuck, and share it with your friends. I'm also doing a Flossmas. I have 3 out, and there should be one uploading shortly for day 4. All right, and without further ado, we will get started, because I have a lot and I don't want this to be too long a video. Okay, we have let's see, I'm going to go out of order. We have a new start. I said I was going to have a Thanksgiving start, and sure enough, I did. But the problem is I didn't have much time on Thanksgiving, because I was visiting my daughter, our oldest daughter, and flying in the plane and eating turkey and eating ham and doing all those fun things that people in the South do, because I'm from South Carolina. But I started the first Thanksgiving by Twin Peak Primitives. This is a big one. Now, who knows how long I'll be stitching this. But the minute I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. Got to have it. So it says, the first Thanksgiving, Heavenly Father, on Thanksgiving Day, we bow our heart to you and pray. We give you thanks for all you've done, for joy and health, friends and family. And it says Plymouth Plantation up at the top, and it's just beautiful. They have just outdone themselves. Okay, so I'm doing this on, yeah, I am, on 32 count Witchell linen country French ivory, and I've got all the DMC flosses. I don't have them wound on the floss rings yet, because I was so excited about getting started, and I was like, I don't want to sit here and wind floss with my family. I want to sit here and stitch and hear what's going on. So I did, and this is what I've got done so far. I got the big board out. See, I've got part of the border done, and I think it's just going to come out. It's an easy stitch. So it's going to be large, but that's okay, because it's a beautiful piece. But I'm doing 2 strands over 2. And this is the first Thanksgiving. So I haven't decided how much I'm going to stitch on it, but I am going to keep this one going if I can. And how many times have you heard that, people? I mean, come on. You know how I am. It's like, oh, let's stitch this. Oh, let's stitch that. Oh, let's stitch this and that. Yeah. And then, oh, forget about that. I've got this to stitch. So we'll see how this goes. But hopefully I can stitch on this a bit all through the year, and hopefully have it done by next Thanksgiving. That would be a plan. So I would be excited about that. So anyway, I got to start on that one. All right, so next, that was the only new start I had. The next thing, I'm going to show some of my whips. I'm just going by the way I've got it stacked up, because it's, yeah, a lot. Okay, I went to the Friendstitch Zoom, as those of you that have, and it's been a while, but it was back in the early fall. And Friendstitch is a collaboration between Heart and Hand and Bent Creek. And they get together and design 3 pieces for us, and have a finishing tutorial and so on. And what I did was I had some vintage country mocha 32 count in my stash, so I did not need to buy their fabric, because that's what they wanted you to stitch it on if you wanted to. And this is the piece. It's called Great Joy. And I just thought that was just so cute. They were talking, hey, you could break it up and make, you know, like ornaments out of it. And I'm like, I want the whole thing. So I'm doing 2 strands over 2, and I had started this, and I got just a little bit more done. And those of you that have watched my Flossmas, you already had a sneak peek. And it's 2 strands over 2. But what I do in my Flossmas is there's a very short video every day. Usually I try to keep it 10 minutes or so. And I show one whip, Christmas whip that I'm working on. I show a large finish and an ornament finish. And then I open my Advent boxes, and there's a wonderful Christmas trivia question, because the Flossmas is all about Christmas. And that's basically about all I do. But it's different, and I'm trying to keep it a little bit different from what I do here. All right, okay, and so I'm enjoying stitching on that one a lot. Okay, the next thing that I'm stitching on, you know, I went to the Dying to Stitch retreat with Brenda Gervais. Oh, I was so excited. And here's the box she gave us. And those of you that have seen my videos, you've seen this box before. And it uses Gentle Arts and DMC flosses. And this is the exclusive pattern she designed for our retreat. And I'm telling you, I have got so much done. Not. This is on 36 Count Winter Brew by R&R Reproductions. And it's 175 by 175. And this, oops, sorry about that. This is what I've got done. I got just a little bit more of the border done. So I'm excited about that. So I've just got the top corner. I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2 threads. And it's good coverage. I like it. So I'm really enjoying working on this, what little bit I've worked on it. But sometimes, you know, I have a lot, but I enjoy it. You know, I don't worry about it. If it gets done, it gets done. And, you know, if it doesn't, it gets worked on. So there you go. But this is beautiful. So hopefully I'll have that one done next year. So that was another whip that I'm working on. And Brenda Gervais is a fantastic teacher. She really is. And it fits in this little box just great. So that's good. Okay. Now, so then the next thing I want to talk about is the November whip go. We need to wrap that up. And I meant to do this before I started. So I'm going to stop my video just a minute and I'll come back in a moment. I'm back. Had to do some tallying because I don't usually count my stitches. But on my whip go board, and what's whip go? That's my little bingo board of things that I said I was going to finish this year or get a lot done on. And in November, Jessie Marie Does Stuff had chosen number 12, which is my Wizardly Fiddlesticks. And I had said I was going to do 500 stitches on that. It didn't happen. I got 246 stitches out of 500. I got sidetracked, okay? And you'll know why in a bit. Oops. I guess I better show you a picture of it. There's No Place Like Home from The Wizard of Oz. It's got Toto on there. Let's see. Let me find the picture. Nothing like not being prepared. And those of you that have watched my Flosstube have seen this before. But it's very, very colorful. And it says there's no place like home. And it's got Toto on there. Now, Toto's a Cairn Terrier. And I have Scotties. But still, he's close enough. So anyway, I would show you a picture. Besides the one on the thing. But it's a PDF. I did it on this green. Which I don't think it's Kermit green. Or whatever it was they call it. But I can't remember. But anyway, I got a little more on the dog done, and I got another letter, the I. And I still don't have the L finished. Don't ask me why. I have no clue. But this is 30 count, and it's 2 over 2. So, and it uses all DMC floss. But I still have the rest of this month to get like less than 200 stitches on it. So surely I can do that and fill in the block. So I guess this one's going to go into my need to work on it bag. Okay. All right. So then the next thing she called, Jessie Marie called, was number 24. And this is Ho 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 and Away We Go by Country Cottage Needleworks. Goodness gracious. And this is the pattern for that. And I saw somebody had finished it, but they'd left the words off. And that's cute too. I don't know if I like it with the ho 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 or without the ho ho ho. I haven't decided yet. And you know, imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. It really is. Okay, so it is on 32 count chalkboard linen. And this one uses DMC and Classic Colorworks. And if you saw my floss tube, some of my floss tubes, you've seen this one. I got the green buildings started. One of them started and one of them fairly finished, except for, well, the green on it's done. So, because when I got started, I thought, well, I'll just do all the green. So I did. And so yeah, this is not going to make it by this Christmas. And I was supposed to have 1,000 stitches. I got 859. I'm so stinking close. See what I meant by being a squirrel? So 2 over 2. And this fabric is pretty easy to see. But I do like the darker black better because the things seem to pop more on it. So, yeah. But, anyway, it's a fun stitch, and this one's also going to go on my need to work on it bag because I'm going to get these 2 X'd off. Where have you heard that before? Okay, so that's Whip Go. Whip Go this month was a flop for November. Well, it's sort of a flop, you know. It's going to get better. Okay, now, what thing do we have for me to do this month? Okay. So we have in December, the only 2 numbers that have not been called. We had number 4, which ironically enough is Halloween. So why couldn't I got the Country Cottage Needleworks this month? You know, that would have just been just great. Oh well. But this one's from Jardin Prive, and it's Halloween. I can't. I'm stitching. And I started this one last year with Java Girl. We were doing a Sal, and I don't think she's finished hers either, now that I think of it. But anyway, yeah, this is what I have done on this so far. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but this linen is yucky. And it's very rare when I say linen is yucky because I like linen. I like all fabrics. Don't get me wrong. But, don't much like it. So that's why I just kind of let this one fall by the wayside. But I got more done on it than I thought I did. So that's a good thing. But this one has to have 1,000 stitches also. What was I thinking? I mean, really, people. It's 2 over 2. Except the back stitches, and it's just on a piece of natural linen that I just happen to have in my stash that I wished I had not. But since I started it, it's going to be finished. So it uses all Ada, and we'll see how we do on this with 1,000 stitches. So it's in my little Scotty Dog bag from Creative Carol Designs. So, yeah, we'll see how we get 1,000 stitches on that. Plus, catch up on the other stuff. Halloween at Christmas. Now, come on, people. All right. So then, ironically enough, my other number, 23, that has not been called all year long, and I was just chomping at the bit to stitch on it. And now, do I want to stitch on it? No. And I have to do 5 days stitching. And it's called Ghosts and Goblins from Stoney Creek. I just want to stitch some Christmas, people. I love Christmas. What is going on here? Okay, so I don't know what that was. And I know somebody is really laughing, which is good. You know, that's what this video is about, is to make you laugh. Okay, so Stoney Creek put out this free Pattern of the Month series, and I got them, and there was one of 5, and this was back in 2020, and it's called Ghosts and Goblins. But what I'm going to do is the whole entire series. Look at that bat hanger. Is that not too cool? I think that's what really caught my eye. But it says Ghosts and Goblins galore. Ghosts and Goblins, spooks galore. Scary witches at your door. Jack-o'-lanterns, smiling, bright. Ooh, that was glow in the dark. It didn't show up very well. Wishing you a haunting night. Happy Halloween. So, it's Christmas, and I'm going to be stitching Halloween. Really. For 5 days. Okay, so, what do I have? I have this on the called for, just a moment. Let's see. Yeah, I do. 28 count vintage Stormy Night Lugana. I'm stitching 2 threads with 2 strands of floss. So, I've got DMC. I have the DMC Light Effects. Not liking that. But I do have a tip for that when you use it. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you now. Or maybe I won't. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Use some clear nail polish after you thread the needle. And you know, the little ends that just go every which way, they go, you know. It's late. I'm tired. I've been to the Jingle Ball. And now I'm stitching Ghost. Come on. Okay, but anyway, you just put just a little dab of nail polish on that. And voila, it will not unravel. But be sure and let it dry before you keep stitching. And then I'm also using some Glisten Gloss Rainbow Blending Thread too. And there's some stars and buttons and stuff. But anyway, we won't get to that. Not in 5 days. Okay, so this is what I have done. Is this right? No. Okay, this is right. This is what I have done so far. One of the spooks, I got him started. So I like the modeling on here. That's what really drew me to this fabric. So I was really in the mood to stitch this a couple of months ago, and then some. I would have stitched it in January, but I don't want to stitch it now. So I don't know. Do I do Whip Go next year or not? I haven't decided. Be sure and answer the question below. Should I do Whip Go or should I do something else? All right. So there's that. Oh, that better go in the I need to stitch it box. This bag is overflowing, people. Okay, anyway, enough silliness. All right, I went to the Jingle Ball, and if y'all are not familiar with the Jingle Ball, Stephanie Webb from Lindy Stitches and 12 Designers put this on, and it was like a Zoom retreat kind of thing. They did have classes. There weren't enough. I didn't get to take any, but I chose not to take any. You just bought a ticket, and it was very inexpensive. I think it was like $10. And you got to go, and they had this shopping gallery. They had stitching rooms of all kinds. And some of the stitching rooms were, oh yeah, here we go. They had the cutest names. There was one, Silent Stitching. It was for introverts, and you weren't supposed to say anything. I did not go in that room. Oh, goodness. Then they had the whip parade all day. I didn't go in that room either. They had the Holly Jolly pajama party. I went in that room the first night. That was a fun room. Today, I went into the chocolate lovers room. You know I need to go in that room. I love my chocolate. They had all different kind of rooms, and then there was a dog room. And when I got in the dog room, it was just me and this one other lady. And I'm thinking, I know her. It was Susan from Fire Poppies in Summerville, South Carolina, which is now closed. But I'm glad she's happy and having a good time. But I'm just shouting out Susan and Oliver and, oh dear, I can't remember the other girl's name. I can see her just as plain as day. Well, anyway, I am so glad I got to see them, and we talked a little bit, and they said to tell Dolores hello, and I told them if Dolores would stay home long enough, she could have signed up for this too. Anyway, so hopefully we'll get to see each other again in another retreat, and we talked about each other's dogs and stitching. All right, let's see. Then I also saw Brenda, the handwork maniac. I saw the Black Needle Society ladies, Catherine and her daughter. I saw the Crazy Band lady. I saw Becca from Sambry Stitches, Raspberry Stitcher. And those are the few that I recognized, that because it was kind of, you know, there were a lot of people, so it was kind of small when you went to gallery. But anyway, I just enjoyed seeing everybody, and I just wish the Stitchy room would have went tomorrow too. That would have been great. I didn't get to stay on long today because I had stuff to do, but it was fun. Okay, then I'm going to tell you what I got from the, because they had shopping, and you know me, I've got to shop. Everything that I got was PDF, just because, well, one, I didn't get much, but, because do I need anything? No. But it was so cute. And I can't remember people's names, so I'm so sorry. But the lady from Satsuma Street, the designer, she designed this pattern on the front. Is that not too cute? Of the book, the Jingle Ball Baubles book. And it's 12 ornaments from the 12 designers of Christmas. Too cute. I mean, just so cute. And that was one of my favorites. Kathy Haberman. And I went into her room and did the meet and greet with her. They had meet and greet with the stitchers, or you could go in their little stitchy shops and do. I didn't go in the stitchy shop because I didn't know what to say. Can you believe it? But this was her pattern. And I said, oh, that is just too cute. So I'll be doing that. And somebody had already kitted it up and they were doing it. And then Stephanie, Lindy Stitches, she did this one. It said, not even a mouse. Is that not too cute? So anyway, this is just the cutest little book. And I think it's exclusive to the Jingle Ball. I think it is, but I may be mistaken. And the patterns will come out like maybe a year later, she said. So then when I went shopping, I went to the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery meet and greet. And of course I had to go in their room. And I got the, I thought I got 2 of their patterns. Oh, I did. Okay, I got the milk and cookies milk cookies Christmas goodies. I got that one. It's just a small. And then I also got this one. This is what started it all. It says, don't get your tinsel in a tangle. My husband and I were just laughing over this this week. It's cute, though. I have a set of towels and pot holders with this on it. So I just thought that was just too cute. So those 2 are just got to, you know, they just had my name all over them. So anyway, that's what I got. All right, and you know the one thing, let me show you one more thing, and then I'm going to show you my finish. And I have 2 finishes. No, 3 finishes, but one is also an FFO. Can you believe it? And I waited till the end of the video because I forgot about it. Oh my goodness. Okay, but first I want to show you my Happy Mail I got all the way from the Netherlands. And let's see. I'll show you the postmark right there. And I got a beautiful card. And I have no idea what this says because I do not read Dutch. And anyway, she thanked me for the cute little cross stitch that she won. And she said she had a 16-year-old cat and he's her stitching buddy. And she enclosed a Lizzie Kate pattern for me to stitch. And I do not have it. Thank you so much, my dear friend. I really appreciate it. And I would say your first name, but I would butcher it. So thank you. You know who you are. And you are so sweet. And she has been a follower of mine almost since the first video, if not the first video. Because I always recognize her comments. And then she also sent me something that I really, really enjoyed. And she asked me had I ever been to the Netherlands. And I went, are you kidding? I'm always working. But this is a postcard of her nearest town. And I think it's Utrecht, where she goes to church. Is that not gorgeous? So, so pretty. I could just hop out and hop in that picture. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And my husband could not believe I got mail from the Netherlands. And that's a first for me. Yay. So, thank you, thank you. I mean, I like all my happy mail, but this was like, wow, a red letter day. I never get anything from overseas. Okay, now, I think we need to talk about the finishes, and then I need to hush because it's getting long. Okay, and it's also getting late. Okay, the first, oh, and I can't forget the free pattern, which I'm about to, evidently. I need to write that down. Okay, the first finish I had was from the Friendstitch. I wanted to get it FFO'd, but well, you'll know why I didn't. But anyway, it's Noel, and you've seen this before. And this is on the 28 count Lugana, and it used the Cottage Gardens threads from Australia that they included with our kit. And I thought it was so pretty. And this stitched up really quick. You'd think the finisher could finish it really quick, but evidently not. And I used one strand over two. And I made the little stars and also the little woven crosses that they had. And I really enjoyed that. I really did. It was a lot of fun. Well, there went something else. Oh, goodness. I'm just dropping everything. Okay, and the next thing, you know, I went to those of you that watch my video, or Flosstubes, know that I went to the murder mystery stitch-in for the day. It was a day stitch-in at Panda's Crossing. Cross Stitch and Beading, my local needlework shop. It's outside Greenville, South Carolina. It's in the upstate in a little town called Malden. And EJV Designs put out this murder mystery, and I was murdered in the murder mystery. Pushed off a cliff, people. I'm telling you. Anyway, she made us a little pattern for doing this. This is EJV Designs, and I finished that. And it says, Missing a Stitch 2022 Mystery Event. And I'm going to make this into a small, I think. But I just thought that was cute. And see, there's a stitch missing. And I changed the color of the needle. I made it darker because it did not show up on this fabric that I have, this natural linen I have. And I also changed the color of this. I guess it's like well, whatever the project is. I changed the color of that also because that didn't show up either. So I tried to get him as close to what she had as I could, but yeah. Okay, so those are my two finishes. I stitched 2 over 2, and I used DMC floss that I had. Okay, the last thing and the biggest thing besides the free pattern is my third finish and my FFO. I've been stitching this for a long time, and I got it from a friend, and I'm stitching it for her daughter, and it's finished. I mean, completely finished, because I said, I am not leaving this house until this is done. So, this is a Bucilla kit that she had, and it uses acrylic and Persian wool yarn, which I'm not real fond of. But, yeah, you know, I used 2 strands over 1 thread of canvas, I guess is what you'd call it. And now she did part of it and I did part of it. And there were some of the things that I didn't have either enough of the color and didn't know where to get it, or couldn't match it up. And so I had to substitute a color. So this is my finish here. Let's see, that's not working for us here. All right, this is better. This is the finish here that we have. I made it into a stocking. I have made stockings before, but never a needlepoint stocking. I am now a needlepoint stocking pro, let me tell you. I will tell you though, do not plan on stitching very fast when you stitch around the stocking unless you use really thick thread, because it will shred your thread in your sewing machine. So I threaded my needle a lot and I started sewing slower and slower, but it's lined. See, it has a lining in here. The back is the felt that came with the kit, and the front is a lining that I put in there, so you couldn't see any of the needle point. But anyway, he's got some back stitches, like for his face and the clown's face, and his shoelaces, and like the balloons, and then the little flag. But he turned out pretty well. And the colors are very vivid. And I used chronic braid for the number 2 braid for the name. And I used the alphabet that they provided. All right, and this is the back. It's just felt. So when I go to work Monday, this is going with me. And if you're watching, I hope you really like it, because I may have complained a little bit about doing it, but in all, it was kind of fun, especially now that it's done. Okay, the next thing I want to show, and the last thing, is, there it went. Okay. 3's the charm. Okay, is the free pattern. Okay. Just give me a second. All right. We're not going to have a designer today because the video needs to be short. But the pattern today is going to be from, it's called Bundled Up Birdie. It's a 2022 cross-stitch ornament, and this is on the Blue Ribbon Designs blog spot, and I will link this below, but this is just the cutest little bird ever. When I saw that, I already had one picked out, and I said, oh, that's it right there. So this is the cutest little bird, and he's very, very happy and cheerful. And she's just thanking, it's her thanks for everyone to share joy and happiness. So anyway, I'll link that below. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I hope you come back and watch my Flosstubes every day, where I unwrap my 12 Days of Christmas gift from Colorado Cross Stitcher, and my gift from the Black Needle Society nice list box. And there will be some that would disagree that I'm not nice, okay? But they lie. So anyway, I hope I will see you, and if so, be sure and tune in for the Christmas trivia question. Everybody's doing real good on the Christmas trivia. I'm really proud of them. So until tomorrow with Flossmas number 4. I'll see you later. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.